You suspect your best friend's significant other is cheating, but you have no concrete proof. Do you tell your best friend why or why not?
No. Replay that question again. People need to hear this.
You suspect your best friend's significant other is cheating, but you have no concrete proof. Do you tell your best friend why or why not?
It's not my business.
I would say
I need proof. I need proof before I can say anything to anybody. Why am I going to sit there and be like, girl, I think your man is cheating on you? And I don't know why. I just have a hunch. My intuition. My gut.
But what if the evidence never comes though? Like the evidence just never comes.
Then you paranoid. Why are you in their business like that?
It's like, ooh, I knew. And I'm like, you knew. I'm joking. But
this is true. That does look messy.
No, but that looks.
But
like, what do you mean you knew?
I guess you just don't say you knew.
Be like, I suspected. I had a hunch.
Let me play with this a second.
Feeling.
So this happened. I'm not gonna say where it happened. Let me play with this a second. So. It doesn't. No, my scenario doesn't work because I actually.
You knew both sides.
Yes.
So this is remember. So this is your best friend's significant other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine was more like what I see at work.
If it's my best friend, I might be like, yo, I'm gonna be real with you. I want you to just be careful, and I'll say that with any relationship. Yo, just be careful.
Just generic, be careful.
Yeah, cause I don't know. My spirit is telling me something, and I don't know. And I'm not trying to promote that into your thing, but like as a friend, I feel like I need to say it. Like, hey.
Well, you might as well just say it at that point.
Yeah, just say it. Like it's kind of something off, man.
I don't.
Something off, brother.
I think I'll do the. Hey, man, just be on your.
Keep 6.
I'll give them I'll give them a whole Riddler.
Keep 6.
Keep 6. What comes to the light? No, what's in the dark?
In the dark comes to light.
Will come to light, and you'll see.
Time heals all.
No,
that's
after when they find out. But before it's like, yo, just
want no getty and getty no wanty.
No,
you can't have the cake and eat it too.
Well, yeah. But I was gonna say more like just keep your eyes open. That's the only thing I'll say. I'll just say a generic. Keep your eyes open.
Cross your T's and dot your I's.
Cross your T's and dot your I's.
Hot potato, cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. You know?
It's the cliche for me.
Skidamarinky dinky dink. Like,
to do what?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's an ill question.
So you're telling him no?
No,
you're not telling
I'm not
her?
saying anything.
You're not saying anything?
I'm not saying anything until I have proof. Like,
okay.
Whether it's like visual proof, video proof, something nasty out there, photo proof.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy, I guess. But I'll just be like, hey man, I want the best for you. Because
mind you, that's their significant other.
Right. Yeah. So I'm like, hey man, I want the best for you.
To what degree of their significance is this?
You're just mad because you don't have a girl like Mark. All right, bro.
No, okay.
That's part of the reason why I would
say you brought up that. You brought up a good scenario. At that point, I go, hey. I put my hands up like this, everyone. I go, hey.
As long as you're happy.
It's on you, yeah.
As long as you're happy, man, my brother.
You got it.
You got it.
You got it. You got it.
All right, bro.
And at that point,
the voice.
you got it.
You got it.
Right. Just
I
take.
heard you the first time.
All right. Yeah, I heard you the first time. He's like, I was waiting for you to come back and say that. I didn't even. But all right, let's do the next.
That's a good question.
All right, next one. Funny. You're getting married, and you present your significant other with a prenup. They refuse to sign it. What happens next?
Yeah.
Man, these ones are always the prenup thing is always
But you're not. You're getting a prenup. You're offering a prenup, but they refuse to sign it. There are other things and other ways that you can get those things done. You just put everything in a trust.
No, but like, yeah, there's probably other ways, but like,
You're not having access to it, to the trust especially. And then will. Sign it off your beneficiaries. So many things. There's so many ways you could go about it.
but
Because they throw those out too. Like,
Yeah.
Right?
but like, I would just hope that this is something you already discussed.
A prenup?
That should have been
You can't just randomly just throw out a
on the
prenup
wedding day.
on the wedding day. She there,
I mean,
in a
isn't
white
that
head
when
dress,
you
best
have
friends
that
holding the
conversation?
back.
Isn't that when you have the conversation?
That should be kind of before.
I
no?
would think that'd be before.
No.
A prenuptial is not before the marriage?
Not really.
Huh. I don't think that's a good idea to proceed. I think asking if will we have a prenup is like asking if you love the person.
Remember
do you mean?
Remember that clip of
That's close.
the basketball player Steven Jackson? Remember he had the same scenario,
And he called off the wedding.
and he called off the wedding because of that. Yeah,
Because the girl wouldn't sign it?
she wouldn't
She kept
stop-
delaying on the prenup.
Yeah, and
But that's what I mean. If
he's
even
still
if
rich to this day.
even if you gave it ahead of time to like what you said, the gentleman she had it ahead of time and still didn't sign it. There are other means that you could do and work around that.
There may be other means to work around it, but hey,
that's I don't know. That could be a sign, like
that could be a sign.
Is
nah,
it?
what you
Especially if I'm just speaking in regards of the fact if you spoke about it and she was in agreement. Because he's like, I would have spent $10,000 if you know.
I
You're already
mean,
here.
but prenuptial agreements don't necessarily go only on money, right?
it's like money,
It's
resources.
just the simple fact of a prenup. And then they say, no, I'm not signing it.
And that's okay. If you're not going to sign it, that's okay. You don't have to sign it. I just know that I will be then putting a trust. But that's it.
None of your assets,
He's going militant.
none of your assets are under your name. It's under your mom's, like the soccer player.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the yeah.
Because
That's right,
that's what I mean. Like, there's other ways that you can navigate that situation.
Lord, that,
If you love me for love, then you love me for love. That's it.
okay. All right, let's do another question.
I was gonna say, I mean, I have to agree with Z still. Once I hear that, like, nah, you're like, oh, okay, all right.
It's not even like I'm trying to be
right.
shady. I just know,
That's
like,
the
okay.
card you played? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Start to maneuver, but you're still married.
Yeah. I'll still marry the person.
Yeah. But it's just this could be here.
Yeah, because I mean, like, in
This could be here.
any situation where, like, there's an
But
agreement,
that's a
right?
red flag. You don't think so?
Okay, there was one
It
situation
is,
where
yeah.
I feel like Janet Jackson's relationship. Allegedly, she had done a prenup where she was with the person. They had to be in a relationship for, I think, like 4 or 5 years. The person that she was with, she had to provide a child for them. And if their relationship lasted a certain amount of time, she would be awarded or given a certain amount of money.
So that's just a business plan.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In doing that, she got pregnant on the third or fourth year, whichever it is. She had a baby on the following year, and in that filed for divorce
Man.
right after that baby was
Right
born.
after, yeah.
Because that was at the cutoff time. So got pregnant, got the money, got divorced.
We don't know if it was for the bag. We don't know. It probably was love, but
Exactly.
well,
That's
for me,
Right?
that's an instant red flag. I don't.
But I mean, in that sense where you have a prenuptial agreement, people then see the dotted lines in the terms of agreement. So it's like it's very easy to just follow the terms of the agreement.
I guess.
Versus you don't have it, okay, cool. But then you won't be able to touch my stuff because of it.
because of,
You know?
Let me pull another card here. A man tells his
Wow.
A man tells his significant other to be submissive. She tells him that she tells him that that's an outdated way of thinking. Who's right? Explain.
In what context? That's my first question.
yeah, it's kind of like
Are we talking about submissive in everyday interaction?
I guess
the
just
relationship dynamic
I guess
in
you
the
know
bedroom.
just the term submissive. I guess
What
in a
does that
general
look
just
like to the person? You got to define it now, because then now we're talking about stereotypes instead of just the actual person's being.
It's a very broad question. It's like
It is.
the broad question, but
Like, what does that entail? Submissive is what?
I'll say submissive in the sense of content over everything. I'm joking. I'll go with submissive as you do what I say.
I mean,
I'm joking. I mean,
no, you agree, but it's
basically, we'll say it in that type of sense.
So you're a dom. You're a dominatrix.
Yeah, I guess sure.
Are you a good dom?
She says
That's the question, then.
That's funny.
Because there's no point in submitting to somebody who's not a good dom.
Yeah,
What's the point?
it's like to be submissive. She said that's an outdated way of thinking. I mean,
And if you knew
I don't
that's
think the
type of
term submissive is it like. What is it like? I don't like the way I see it. If you have to explain, you need to be submissive. It's kind of like
I realize something. A lot of people
you're in a pickle there a little bit.
Right.
She should just be able. She should just be able. Like sometimes you gotta talk the thing, but submissive. You don't have to use the word submissive. I don't think so. I think she would do things for the sake of how her love language is, I would assume.
And that's why I said if you're meeting her stuff, or if you're actually a good dom.
I was gonna say like most people are not trained to be husband or wife.
Because we're not trained to be in a relationship.
On that as well. Like there's no training on that anymore.
To be in a relationship.
To be in a relationship and then to be
To compromise?
You think people, what?
To-
Where do you think polygamy came from?
Huh?
Lack of compromise. I'm just saying.
like no one's training to be wifey, husband material.
There's no such thing as a wifey, though.
Compromising that.
Come on, man.
I swear
Talk about Thanksgiving. You think these people just want turkey? They want the sides. Yams, greens, beans, tomatoes, lamb, ram, hog, dog, you name it.
Wow.
You name it. They want all that on the plate.
Maybe you wanted to remove dog from the plate. That's a little.
Hot dogs.
Oh, okay, yes, okay. Just to clarify, you know, eating Fido's
Chicken, turkey, chicken. You name it. Green, beans, tomatoes, lamb, rag.
Well, the fact that gentleman is even asking speaks volumes on him.
He don't got it like that.
Exactly. Speaks volumes on him too.
He don't got it like that, man.
That's it. If you have to outwardly say, I need you to be more submissive.
The rest.
But what does that even? Yeah. You
That's
still
what I'm
have to. You
saying.
still have to explain that. Bro.
Exactly.
Give me food, man. I'm hungry.
Right?
And I'm here. I need food.
That's a different
know,
story.
bro.
But that has nothing to do with
I don't know.
that has nothing to do with being submissive. That has everything to do with like, can you, because you have the skill, can you do it? Or because timing arrangement wise, you're better at being able to have the food done because I don't get in until late. Like those are, but that's partnership right there. Like that's it. But if she doesn't want to cook for you, what have you done for her to even want to cook for you?
Damn. No pound towns. No words of affirmations.
Not even materialistic thing.
No rubbing the feet. You didn't buy her a purse. You didn't whisper words of encouragement. You didn't what else?
But you want hot plate? No, man.
Damn.
No, man.
The
You
work
want submission?
the work husband's doing that.
Well, there you go. There's your answer there, guys.
That's crazy still.
All right. I'm going to pull out another card.
That's when you walk in. That's when you walk in, and you see a stranger in your home, and you're just like, "Oh, Lee."
Okay, you're straight left field.
That's
That's straight left field. You ready?
But it's true though.
but